So this one we're going to do is called Supta Padangustasana. So there are various ways you can do this pose, and there are lots of, everyone online has got versions of these poses. So the first option is just lying flat. I'm going to try and figure out where I am, sorry. Camera lying flat. Taking up one leg, using a strap. So we're not trying to get all fancy and hold the foot with anything, we're just using the strap to hold the foot. And keeping the legs really strong and engaged. So my foot is flexed, that foot is flexed as well, straight leg is flexed and engaged and working. This quad is engaged, so that means my kneecaps are pulled up. And it's really quite an active pose, even though you're lying down. And there are various versions that you can do of this, so I'm not going to go into much of the detail because I want to get to the one that I really want to do. But the versions that you can do, you can from here start to take the foot out to the side, and you can use your other arm to kind of anchor you down, and you start to take that foot over to the side, and you can hold it that way. You can take it to the other side and use the opposite arm and you kind of to anchor you, and you take it into a bit of a twist. So there are lots of options, but the one that I wanted to show you, which is one of my favourites, if you've got the strap, you kind of make it, it's in a loop, and you make it into its biggest loop that you can, and hook the strap around the foot. Mind the buckle, because we don't want that touching your foot or your head or anything. And this is going to seem a bit weird, but it really is one of my favourite relaxing poses. Very good for a TV pose. You take the strap and you hook it around your head. So if you are not flexible, you might need two straps joined together or a longer strap. But what I want is for the heel to be over the sitting bone pretty much. So it doesn't need to, if you're super flexible, the leg doesn't need to be here. But if your leg is over there, because you've got very tight hamstrings, you are going to need a longer set of straps joined together. And then the idea is, it hooks around your arch, and it hooks around just kind of where your skull meets, just above where your skull meets your neck. It's like the end of the round bit of your head, above your ears. This is the challenging bit, is to get it set up so that it feels comfortable, that you could actually stay here. And then you just let your arms go, close your eyes, and breathe. There are other versions of this where you use two straps, but I thought it's much easier just for the purposes of a video to show you one version. Really one of my favourite, and I know that a lot of the people in my classes love it. Whenever I first introduce them, they'll think it's a bit weird, but then once they do it. So basically the tension, obviously, of the head, the weight of the head, is giving you a stretch in your hamstrings, but at the same time the kind of the leg being where it is and not quite resisting, but it just holds the head comfortably in place.